Good morning, or should I say good afternoon, to all of my lovely members starting here. Thank you so much for coming on to the stream. Very excited today for we have a amazing top 8 bracket for you all tonight for today. Um, very excited to see how this one plays out. Very excited to see all new faces, some old, and we are ready to get the show on the road. Hello, this is Dusty commentating for you today. Before we get started, I should say that we do apologize for the qualifier brackets not being so optimal if you were in our Discord server, but we're ready now, ready to take on the world, and we are excited to get this show on the road. Now, I do want to say we do have some of the team members opting out for pre-game interviews, so we can just grab them up here and hopefully get started from there. Very excited to see how this plays out. Of course, as soon as we get these pre-game interviewers right on over, we can obviously get started with our 11 matches. And I believe up first we do have Team Night Marchers versus the Z Squad. Definitely excited to see how this one plays out. In terms of what we saw from, I believe, the qualifier matchups, I was definitely a big fan of GOG13's performance. They are definitely going to be off against Golden Dawn, which is also a match that I am looking forward to see. And of course, right now we do have Vanta, or known as in-game as Sleepy. How are you today, my man?
I'm good. It's 8 a.m. for me, so I just woke up.
Oh, yeah. The early bird gets the worm, as they always say. That's lovely to hear.
Right.
And we also have
Then we
DNA
got
Halo.
Halo coming in, who's also on my team, or he just left. Either way.
So tell me, Sleepy, what can you expect from today's matchup? And are you excited to be at the very epicenter of Season 1 with a big finale?
Yeah, it's exciting. I picked up the game like the night it launched and kind of like talked with it for a bit. And in these last couple weeks after finding the Discord like yours and a couple other Squadron ones, was able to kind of get into it, met a couple people that are really cool to play with and just getting to learn the game. I think the game itself is like pretty unique in its way of handling MOBAs. You know, it compares itself a lot to Unite, but it has like really key different elements, especially with things like the Divine Draw. And there's like frustration with that, with like Golden Cells and whatnot. But even then, it does add a lot of levity to the game and a lot of variety. So it's like, you can't really put it down. For this tournament in specific, we've been really excited just to be able to have like the space to go over like different comps instead of just coming in like we're playing solo queue and just trying to like wail on people. It's a good bit of exploration to just see what the game can be played.
Yeah, all right, definitely. Very excited to see what sort of variation we have from our teams here. Now, I just want to say, how confident are you in your and teammates' abilities? Because I'm sure you had to choose them for a reason, haven't you?
I have more confidence in my team's ability than in the game's kind of like consistency, because there's a lot of variance. So I think, you know, a lot of toss-ups can happen. So many skills hit so many areas. So I think that my team is pretty like well poised to like navigate that chaos. But you know, the world's a tricky beast.
Of course. And of course, we do have some solid committers for today. What would you say, which team are you most worried about facing? Because I know that GOTY13 had a very dominant performance, so did Universe 7. Definitely some comps you want to watch out for. What team specifically would you say, and could you list any specific players that you might have a little bit of a struggle facing against?
I did see in the bracket, and I was able to see a couple of games like the GOTY13 game. I say our biggest fear currently, just from the renown, is Thanos is coming, because that team includes Zoro, who is the #1 tech player, a well-known hit name. Also DeMello and Vic, who's also a really high-tier player. That kind of, even watching them, it like inspires me to be like, all right, I gotta find my way to get close to that, because it's kind of, sometimes the way they play is kind of irreplicatable. Like, I don't think I could copy that, but that just means I have to find my own way to do it.
Of course. DNA Hale, is there anything else you want to say before we head off?
Basically, I mean, like, Sleep covered it all. I mean, yeah, Thanos is coming as like the one team that we're worried about, and it's just because of those players. I mean, we had a game against Damilo like 2 days ago at this point, and he was playing Daima Goku, and oh god, he was scary. Like, he was throwing bombs, blowing them up, like, it was constant. You could not, like, confront the guy, you know?
Yeah, it was a very kind of like impasse lane where it's like if you chose to take the dive, you were going to lose on one front regardless. Either you spend your time dealing with the tank and getting pot shot by the Daima, or they pivot and go for tower jammers, which are both two kind of like must-react situations.
Of course, of course. Well, definitely some good insight from lovely Night Marchers here. Very excited to see you guys on the field, and we will see you there. Thank you.
Oh, can I get a
Thank
quick
you.
shout out to Crimson, Kakashi? I just want to say we might see this blue build Zamasu here in the future. That shit's meta. Icarus is a great helper. Ride the dragon, folks.
Lovely,
Amen.
lovely, lovely stuff. Thank you both. We will see you there.
Thank
Have a
you.
good one. Very, very lovely to see the Night Marchers having those kindred spirits. Definitely want to see that on the field as well, since they are our first match coming up into this. I believe next up we do have, let's see here, the Z Squad. Perfect. We're good to go. So, of course, we do have the Z Squad, our lovely Ender and Kodal. How are you all today?
I'm doing great.
As fine as I can be, man.
Oh, lovely, 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 lovely. So, I'm just going to go over some core elements here. How excited are you guys for it here, and how do you feel about this tournament, the Tournament of Destruction, coming into the very eclipse of our Season 1?
I'm just happy that we got here. Like, the fact that we did get this far is just so thrilling to me. I'm on cloud 9.
This is my
Lovely,
first
lovely.
competition ever, and I gotta say, I am as hyped as I can be.
Lovely. Lovely stuff to see there. We always need that energy, both in here and in the battlefield. Just another quick question. We do have some very solid competitors. I know how much you have been looking forward to see this for yourself. Tell me, which team are you most specifically worried about, and how do you think you're going to overcome that hill?
Kodal, you want to take this one?
Honestly, given that I can't speak for all of our team, but for at least half of us, this is our first MOBA, so we're on the lookout for every team. But obviously, the only attack strategy we have is to just adapt, overcome, conquer.
Yeah, to add on a bit to that, it's like, we're kind of just taking things as we see them. We're not trying to, we're not really worried about any team in specific. If we face them, we face them.
Right. So we can definitely say that you are the underdogs of the whole competition. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That's lovely to hear.
Hopefully with a big bite.
Of course. You always have to have a bark, a bite horse in your bark. Definitely looking forward to see you both overcome those challenges for the other teams present, and we definitely look forward to you being on the battlefield. So, great. Thank you so much for your time, and good luck out there.
Thanks for having us.
Thank
Of
you.
course. Definitely looking forward to all of this. In the meantime, if nobody else is going to come in, we will be spectating our first match very shortly. So, let's get right into that. And of course, we do want to mention that this is the very epicenter of Season 1. This Wednesday, we are having Season 2 coming up, of course, with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Definitely a lovely unit that I was anticipating as well. Very excited to see how these guys managed to end off this season with a bang. It has been a very chaotic ride so far, and honestly, thank goodness that we have restricted Cell EX Juniors, which is something I want to talk about too. That whole thing, I'm not even sure how they even managed to get out of the beta. I do have Levy with me here. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, of course, being focused on the servers, I do recall that there had been various server errors, and of course, they just did not have enough time to think about the end goal of the Cell Juniors EX. But thank goodness for these new Divine Draws. Definitely excited to see how this one plays out. And yeah, without those little rascals in the way, we can definitely see some good, clean matches. Also very excited to see how we also get from what divine draws we also get from our matches today. What would also be crazy is definitely the superstars and of course the skill 1 damage boost. I just hope that doesn't show up here. But of course it is all up to chance from there on out. But of course we just have to see and find out. We have our teams all present. They're all just getting ready, making it their last few adjustments, and then we get this show on the road. And of course, first we have enemy bombs. So that is going to be the cloud effect that you get for killing an enemy or an NPC. Definitely a tricky one. Definitely has misplaced me a couple of times on the battlefield as well. And of course, we also have super damage boost skill 1. You're going to have to watch out for those Kamehamehas if they manage to pop any of those. But anyways, super excited to see how everyone else manages to fare with these divine draws. And they are just making their last team adjustments. Alright folks, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to witness the first ever match for the Tournament of Destruction. Hopefully we can see what these two teams are all about, and hopefully we get right into it. And of course, we already have a pretty solid selection right here. Definitely expecting those Gokus to show up, but of course, because of the skill 1 damage boost, we have Cooler for Z Squad, and of course, Vanta, or Sleep, I should say, on Cell. Now, Cell is a very tricky team to get a hold of. Definitely want to watch out for yourself at early game, because he is just very, very squishy. But I do notice that he does have very good healing capabilities with himself due to his passive, and also as well. Is he running Kaba? A very interesting selection. Usually you will want to opt for Rildo, because, you know, most of the time you do want to get away from very tricky encounters, but a Kaba is a very interesting choice indeed.
Yeah, Kaba is interesting for tank, but I think Rildo is just the best one.
I really think Rildo just takes the
because
man.
If you want to engage, if you want to run, Rildo suits them all. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Rildo is definitely a very utilization of that helper is very essential. And right now they are off. We have Jones and Kodo on bottom, and of course Gingerbread, and as well as Ender on top. Definitely looking forward to see Ender's Go Tanks, because that is a very fun character for me. So right now they're just working on getting their DPS experience points on the way here. Definitely looking forward to see how they manage their XPs from here. Gohan already gone with a skill 2 here, just wanting to catch some unsuspecting player out, and they managed to get the first hits on Ender. Definitely a good first shot right there. And right now they're just testing the waters right here, planning to get Zeno on the area. Ender is already going for the Kai, and of course we're going to try and steal that, and Goku manages to snag that for Team Night Marchers. Already a very solid start from Night Marchers from top lane. I do want to check out bottom lane if we can. There we go, and we have, I do believe Cell had already gotten his first KO, which is not very good for Night Marchers as well. But I do believe that, take a look at the experience lead here, we do have a slight lead for Jones over Sleep, which is not the best you want to see, especially from Cell, because as we mentioned previously, you want to watch out for Cell early game. Goku from Night Marchers, Halo is already level 5, so he has that Spirit Bomb handy with him, but we were already engaging in this skirmish from top lane. Ender is trying his best to help out Piccolo, but Gohan is literally just pushing him back without a Senko. We do see that Jones and Kodo are already advancing from for Night Marchers in bottom lane. DNA Halo is probably going to have to pop that Spirit Bomb, or he's not. They're going to disengage. Yeah, he's going to... Honestly, the Spirit Bomb misses entirely, and we might have to pay for that mistake. I'm not even sure why Jones actually ran into that, but he does have his Supernova with us, so in case they do want to advance, he can just pop that and make sure that they don't really get out there. And of course, we do have Android 16 on top lane already. Are they going to rotate is the question.
It's gonna... DNA probably gonna pay for that in the boss because Spirit Bomb of Goku is a huge difference.
Yeah.
In the boss.
Yeah, I really don't like how DNA Halo wasted that Spirit Bomb because he clearly could have saved that for Android 18. So there is that. I'm not exactly confident in how this will go because we do have a sizable HP difference from the C Squad. Goku's already down. We already have the Supernova launched. Oh my goodness, that is Cell. Cell has died to Android 16, and of course that is going to lead to Cooler taking the cake for Android 16. So the Z Squad already has one boss up for grabs here. And of course, a very clean team skirmish. The first team fight we have seen already, that's going to be Gohan taken care of. I really do like what I'm seeing from Z Squad so far. I do think that their comps are making a difference in these team fights as well. You can definitely sense that they do have a lot of synergy going for this, and it looks like they will end up to adapt to themselves. I do believe that Sleep is focusing on getting back to his perfect form. Level 7 and not yet to be able to transform is a very, very scary sight to see, especially when you want to deal with Cooler as well, which is probably the best.
Cell being ahead of Super Saiyan 7 Goku is really big because Super Saiyan 3 Goku can snowball real quick.
Absolutely. And we already see Cell transforming to perform Dragon Fist! Oh my goodness! What a team effort from, I believe that is Kodo and Jones. An amazing double team effort. 2 ultimates to secure for the kill, and I do believe they are going to target Nappa, as they have already taken care of the bottom 2 lanes. Scant is trying to steal that, doesn't manage to get it in time. What a wasted Dragon Fist, and of course Kodo is going to steal Nappa for the Team Z Squad. 2 out of 3 bosses right here.
I think DNA
so far
will get that first, but he stopped for farm for some reason, and he has a Spirit Bomb right now.
Yeah, my goodness.
A pretty bad decision.
Yeah, very bad decision on par there. I think Z Squad is playing this very well for themselves as well. Supreme also going to get knocked out from here. They're just feeding onto those snowballs. If we take a look at Gingerbread's Divine cards, we do notice that he does have apparently build up instead of Super Snowball, which is something very interesting. What do you think about that approach for Piccolo?
It's really weird because I don't see Piccolo needy of defense because Piccolo has to be on the back line, so he has to avoid all the sort of damage. But from damage from Super Saiyan 3 Goku is almost inevitable, so I don't know. Maybe he can see some if we can.
Now, very doesn't interrupt, but we did just see a Spirit Bomb from Goku, and that is going to create space for Beerus to be knocked out. Still, I don't think that was a very good ult because that was just completely unnecessary. He was very close to being knocked out anyway. And that is going to be Cantilla knocked out of the count. Kodo already going through the trouble. DNA Halo's going to get that final kill. Scant is actually running for his life. Jones is going to hold the line. He's going to take out. Will he manage to take out Supreme? He does. And right now it is DNA Halo versus Jones. Jones is running for his life. We already have Jocko being on store for us, and of course the Z Squad is already gaining for that triple boss buff. And Gingerbread manages to take the triple boss buff right there, and that is going to be a very harsh reality for Night Marchers right here, especially since we already have Champa and Catilla already down for the count, and right now it's just going to be a total eclipse. Jones is in trouble here, manages to KO Jones. Not really sure why he didn't want to go with the rest of his team, but I think that was a little bit on par with the miscommunication there. And of course, we just see DNA Halo just getting absolutely manhandled, running for his life currently, just trying.
I think that
absolutely.
If they lose this, is the last one of this match.
Absolutely. Gohan managing to get off the stun off there with the ultimate. Scans already making plays.
They make Z Squad's retreat. That was a big one.
that was a very big Kamehameha from Scant as well. Definitely, they have managed to actually push back Team Z Squad from that boss buff, but of course, we all do know that it is not over until it is over. Scant and DNA Halo are going together to try and take that Zeno. And of course, we do have the whole squad here. Ender has caught himself in a very, quite the unstable predicament here. And of course, we do have Ribrianne as our last boss running from here. We have Jones holding the line there, using Rildo to actually put them in their place. And I do believe that is the end of DNA Halo right there. Gingerbread versus Sleep. I do wonder if he's actually going to be able to take care of Cell. He does not. And Jones is just chasing. No, he's going for Gohan as instead. Kodo has actually been taking care of Brienne the whole time. And it's just, they actually have all 4 boss buffs, which is absolutely incredible. And right now they're just trying to gain for Belmont as well. It is not looking good here, folks. We do have Belmont less than half.
How they can turn this game back.
I really don't see it either. Especially even though they're having a very valiant effort, Ender is just running all over the place. I'm not even sure why Scan is trying to approach Sidra when it's very clear that top lane is actually being exposed. And I'm pretty sure that Team G Squad is actually opting to go for Belmont, as he is definitely half HP. Less than half HP, I might add. We've been taking a look at the levels. We do see that's pretty even on the slideshow now, but you do always have to remember to account for those boss buffs, because that is the most important thing you want to keep in mind.
Power boss is a huge change for the big buffs.
It's a huge difference. And of course,
they
this
have
is why I don't
healing
like that
buffs,
Pickle's build.
Time respawn buffs, yeah. It's over here.
We do have in fact, like all 3 have been taken care of from the Z Squad, and now Gotenks just planning to. If Z Squad actually managed to lose the team fight, and I believe that's going to be Sidra taken care of. You always have to ask the question.
Team fights
Yeah.
to close the game.
Yeah, I do believe, even though they opt for the bosses, but it is also very important to remember that positioning and just communicating with your team is always the go-to, and also having the right build, because as we clearly saw from that team fight, I am not sure why Piccolo, and even Kodo with his Super Saiyan 3 Goku has that build. You really don't want to be defensive with these guys, because they're just focused on that damage. Usually what I see from he gets, and of course Gotenks actually manages to sneak Belmont from there on out, and that is going to be the game for Z Squad. Really great stuff. I do love how Gotenks had seized the opportunity for the Z Squad to take advantage of it. Very, very intriguing game indeed. And it's also very surprising as well, because if you take a look at the slots here, we do have B ranks and also 1A for Z Squad. And of course, most of the squad from Night Marchers are in fact S ranks, so that is not something you want to see too often, especially with Z Squad's build. I do think they would have to focus more upon rotating for those boss buffs, because that was just not a very pleasant sight to see. Because like, yeah, I really don't understand the thought behind that build-up for the DPSs, but if you take a look here, those stats are saying something, okay?
300k.
300k almost. Of course, 300k for the Super Saiyan 3 Goku from Night Marchers, yeah. That's actually incredible. You would think with this stat sheet that Night Marchers would have taken the cake right here, but it looks like, yeah, that Gohan has 11 assists, so I really think that Z-Squad was more focused on the actual objective of the game instead of just killing them off for team fights, which is something you also want to consider. I definitely think that they had managed to adapt towards a Night Marchers playstyle, just managing to offer the towers and actually remain as bait for these team fights, because I'm pretty sure, as we've clearly seen from the game, they were not able to attain those team fights, so it was just a matter of Ender being the star of the show and actually backtracking those towers so that they can actually win the game in the end. Definitely a great strategy from Z Squad, but it all comes down now towards how the Night Marchers will adapt to their playstyle right here. It is now 1-0 for Z Squad. Let us see where the next game takes us.
So, we're gonna go now for the first pick and ban phase. First, the losers ban one divine draw, and then the winner picks one.
So obviously, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly which divine draw Z Squad is able to pick from here on out, but definitely want to watch out for Super Skill 1, which I do think that Night Marchers will have to ban, mainly because of their usage of Piccolo. Piccolo definitely has an advantage over Super Damage Boost Skill 1, and also along with Super Saiyan 3 Goku too. I think just getting rid of that skill in general is like really helpful. Of course, the Z Squad can also always opt for either Super Starts or even Skill 1, so we will just have to see and wait for their judgment. I'm also very curious too. Of course, they can go opt for anything, but I do think our main candidates will be either Super Start Skill 1, Super Starts, or even the Meat Buns, because I actually do want to talk about Meat Buns as well, because there have been several times where team fights have completely changed, have completely had their tables turned because of the presence of Meat Buns. We also do want to keep in mind...
Stars.
They banned the stars. Interesting. So that does mean... I actually think that's actually a very solid ban, because you definitely want to keep in mind that Ender was the reason why they won from backcapping those towers. So just having those restrictions of cooldowns, they might be good, but of course we do have to keep in mind that Gotenks can easily benefit from backstab, the third slot from our divine cards, managing to actually shorten cooldowns for the longest period of time. So Ender
for technical players is just absolutely broken.
Yeah, absolutely broken, especially with Frieza as well. You want to take that with Gekishin High as well, and you just become a backcapping menace. Same goes with it too. Both of those characters, I believe, have a solid advantage when it comes to backcapping as well. So definitely wondering how Ender is going to approach this.
Oh, this squad is picked Skill 1.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I definitely had a feeling that they were going to pick Super Start Skill 1, mainly because of, Piccolo and of course Super Saiyan 3 Goku, both having those outrageous Skill 1s. Gingerbread picked the Piccolo from Z Squad, definitely had his snipes, so very excited to see if he's able to carry this one out. Of course, our second draw will be... Speak of the devil, we do have Steam Wall Buns as our second slot for round 2. Very excited to see how this one plays out. Of course, let us mention our GOAT, probably the best helper of the DPS side of things, Major Metallic, which is the ability to destroy any wall instantly to whatever he's pointed at. I just feel like that is a very broken ability, mainly because of having the ability to sort of control the environment, especially for Super Saiyan 3 Goku, where you can just like blast down a wall and mainly just captivate on runners. And yeah, that is all that I have to say for that. We do have all of our members ready. Let us head straight in to round 2. So very excited to see what both teams are actually managing to cop out. We do see the same comp for Z Squad and the same comp for Night March as well. Sleep opted to go for Caulifla instead of Cell, which is I think is a much better choice here. Caulifla, definitely an annoying tank you want to pay very attention to. That barrier of hers definitely will make or break some games, especially from the beams and light grenades of the Z Squad from Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Piccolo. So very excited to see how this will carry out. And we're off for round 2, folks. We do see Kodo still having King the World King instead of Major Metallic, which is very interesting. But I do like that Gingerbread has managed to select Major Metallic for this purpose alone. I always do love that Super Saiyan 3 Goku intro, man. I am absolutely jealous, and hopefully we can see a better performance from Night Marchers to see if they are able to custom to the Z Squad's performance. I do think they're going to keep him watched up Ender because you really want to watch out for those technical characters backcapping. So there is that. We do have Sleep and Scant on bottom. I think this is the same comp as last time for our lanes, so time will only tell how this will fare different instead of for round 1. And they're already keeping up towards each other. We do see that top lane has already been engaging for the first team fight, and Scant from Team Night Markers has already been able to get away with having the first hit. Sleep taking a lot of damage there, but they just really want that Kai. Will they manage to get it? And they do. Cooler is like literally 1 HP, but that invulnerability during his skills will be able to save them from that rebellion. And they're chasing Kotal down, managed to get the kill, and right now yeah, definitely, for sure. I think they just had the priorities mixed up, but Jones is actually chasing them down, and he will be able to manage to cop out those Cell Juniors. Instead of Scant, who unleashes the Kamehameha to make sure those cells are his, and he is managing to get the sizable experience lead by level 5. I also want to talk about how levels can actually make or break a difference towards team fights, because you definitely want to keep that in mind. And it's just seeing Scant level up so quickly, not even like 2 minutes into the game, definitely a lovely sight to see. And they're already going to focus on the Kai right there. Jones is making sure that's not going to happen. Pops to Rildo, and level 6 Scant is up on the ropes right here. Caulifla pops her ult from right there, and Jones at the ropes right here, and Scant's going to reach that Kamehameha, and he is down for the count. Kotal trying his best, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to work. What a drop down, and that is going to be the cleanup for bottom lane. But I don't think it's looking good for DNA Halo. Managed to get knocked down from the Gotenks Ghost. Of course, you already see Scant already on the ropes for Android 16. Yeah, absolutely. And Piccolo is just hiding in the bushes with that special beam cannon. Will he manage to take out Android 16 with his very... Oh no! And Gohan has actually managed to catch on to Gingerbread, and that is going to be the end of Piccolo. And of course, that's going to be a transformation on Scant end. Scant is actually level 7, while Kotal is on level 4. It is not looking good for Z Squad. I do believe that the Night Marchers are finally able to take this seriously. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. You can already see like who has better builds out of from both teams. I really don't like that how Kotal is actually opting out for build up. That is not something you want to pick for, especially for Super Saiyan Goku. Like, I think build up is only applicable when you have Topo, because I know that build up is actually very good for Topo, mainly because of his takiness, and of course his third skill being counter and also getting an overkill as well, just for the extra survivability. But anything else, man, it's just really apparent about the power creep from both teams. You can already see that Scant is almost nearing level 9, and Kotal is still struggling to manage to get off his transformation, still level 6, and I do think that's going to be an easy lick for Nappa. And we already see that Android 16 and NAP have been giving to Night Marchers, and then that is going to be enough for Sidra to be demolished from Nappa's entrance. Yeah, you really want to watch out for Super Saiyan 3 Goku, man. Especially when he has that full stacks of Snowball. It is just a horrible day for Z Squad right here. Of course, right now they are focused on getting those farming out of the way. Yeah, if we look at the scoreboard right here, it is a very sizable experience lead for Team Nine Marchers, and that is going to be level 10 for Scanned. It is not looking good. It is not looking good at all. Me and Leve both know that one well-timed Kamehameha will be able to decide the tides for oh my goodness, Gohan killing off Cooler before he can get it off his transformation. That is not something that you want to see from your tank. That is almost a team kill from... Yeah, we already see Gotenks trying to clear the... Yeah, that's just really bad. Gotenks is... Yeah. We already see Team Nine Marchers opting to go for, oh my goodness, and they're just going all out. I think that is going to be the KO for Jocko, and DNA Halo manages to get the last hit upon Jocko as well. There's going to be a Dragon Fist, and that is Jones. And I believe that is the end of Z Squad for round 2 and the surrender. Oh my goodness. That is absolutely terrible for Z Squad right there. I believe they have definitely turned the tides for Nine Marches for themselves. You definitely wasn't expecting that, and we can already see the gap between Z Squad and Nine Marchers. Definitely a terrible time for them. I don't think they were able to overcome that sort of power that Nine Marchers had, and I think they were a little bit in over their heads when they managed to cop out for the first round. It is currently 1-1, and I do believe that Nine Marchers are in a very good spot right now. This cop seems to dominate Z Squad right here, and like looking at this team right now, man, I really think what it's going to be come down to is towards how they build their characters, because I am already seeing several issues with Team Z Squad just not picking the right cards, not being able to position themselves correctly, not being able to defend their towers. It is really quite a very poor showing from Team Z Squad. Hopefully they can actually manage to cop this one out for a better battle as we come down to the third round, and let us see who is able to take the cake right here.
Real quick, because I think even though Super Saiyan 3 Goku from Night Marchers was the MVP, I think Khalifa had a big upper hand in this game, because they stood up at the front line while the team stay near base or doing an objective. Khalifa did a great job as a tank, pulling enemy focus to her and keeping them busy with her strong pressure. Great work.
Absolutely, man.
So it's 1-1. Let's go to pick and phase.
Well, we do have to keep in mind that Team Night Marchers will be able to pick their Divine Draw, and of course Team Z Squad will be able to ban one of those Divine Draws, and they do ban Superstar, which I think is a very solid choice. You just have to keep in watch for that Super Saiyan Goku Scant, already proving his worth on Team Nine Marchers, so they are very scared of him. But let's see which Divine Draw will the Nine Marchers pick out.
Oh, skill 1.
And of course, we have skill 1. I believe I was expecting that because it's really prevalent that Scant relies on that for his Super Saiyan 3 Goku. But of course, Superstar was always the choice from right there for Team Z Squad. But at the end of the day, it's simply a matter of picking your poison. So that is essentially what you want to have to do from there. And of course, right now we are going to get down to our second divine draw, and that is going to be our enemy bombs. All right, pretty standard divine draws, if I do say so myself. We're going to be take these, and we are going to be opting out for the final round of our first top 8 matchup. Let us see if the C Squad are able to come back from this.
Just a quick update. Seems like GOTY 13 is to the same final.
Oh my goodness. And they have... So GOTY 13, oh my goodness. So they've actually been able to manage to take down Golden Dawn for 2-0, and that will be able to lead them up towards the winners semi-final, which is absolutely amazing for Team GOTY 13. Definitely looking forward to seeing them on the field as well. That is very surprising. All right, I do believe our players are able to go ahead and start off.
Now I was about to question about the Dennis Coming and Black Star match, but Dennis Coming just scored 1.
Oh yeah.
1-0 for Thanos.
1-0 for Thanos coming as well. Oh my goodness, and that is from Black Star 4. Definitely looking forward to see how Thanos is going to perform, since I've actually heard from the Nine Marchers that I do have the #1 technical in the world. So definitely looking forward to see that performance as well. And we already see a change of comp for Gingerbread opting to go out for Dabura instead of Piccolo. A very interesting choice, considering that Dabura is not really someone I would call a very good character, especially from DPS. Of course, that petrification is definitely annoying, but I do not think it will be enough to deal with the monster that is Caulifla. Just a outrageous tank, arguably one of the best tanks in the game, probably the best tank in the game. Not really sure how they're going to approach this, but hopefully, with that experience that they have for Dabura, hopefully that can prevail out in the end. It's also a good thing that Kodo's actually going on top this time, and of course Gingerbread is also going up for the bottom, because we do know that Dabura has a bit of a slight advantage when it comes to tanks, but still, I really don't think that they're going to be able to close in that gap, as we have seen from the previous performance from the second round. But of course, it is still anyone's game, and we shall see where this takes us. It almost makes you think that Team Nine Marchers were just having fun with the first game due to their points from round 1. Of course, it was a little bit more of a closer game, but due to round 2, I do have my doubts towards who is actually going to win in the end. But we already see that Nine Marchers are being pushed back from Team Z Squad. Scant actually managed to get the Kai from there, and they are just hailing on Gingerbread here. Of course, we do know that Gingerbread does not have the slightest amount of movement, so that's going to be tricky for him to get away, but he does. Joe's already wanting to make some space for his team. Of course, that Kamehameha from Scant is already supercharged from that skill 1 bonus we saw in the Divine Draws. And right now, it is just, they are just healing each other out, and they're just trying to get around towards how they want to approach this situation right here.
Interesting seeing Dabra again, because just mentioning it, because yesterday we saw that no one actually
And- yeah, Dabura is actually probably one of the worst characters in the game when it comes to DPS. He has no movement, he has no solid burst damage. It's really just looking bleak for Dabura as well. I do hope he gets a buff.
A early gaming character because you can do bosses late game as well.
Yeah. So it's just, I would actually go as far to say that Dabura is a throw pick. Like, it's just really messy for yeah. Hey, we were having our first team fight here. Scant already level 7. Yeah. I'll get back to you on that. I'll get back to you on that because right now we're having our first team fight. Scant going for the Dragon Fist. Oh my goodness. We already see Esper on his last legs, but Scant is not able to manage to carry that out because the Zeno was not able to be prevalent in that encounter right there. So that is very lucky in towards for Ender's side, but we already see a very sizable experience gap between Night Marchers and C Squad once again. And we already see Supreme stealing the bottom Kai as well, which is actually very bad. And Scant already just coming in to charge with that super charge, coming on your Ha, and Kodo just turning a 180 from that situation. I am not even sure why he opted out to actually approach that. Sleep already transformed with Cauliflower. It is not looking good for Team C Squad yet again. And we can see that Z Squad is trying to regroup themselves, trying to get a better look at towards the situation. Nappa is able to come. Oh yeah, Gohan is definitely going to get that. He is definitely going to get that. Doesn't matter if Dabura is trying to opt out for that. Nappa's going to come in for. Nappa will come in 10 seconds, and that is already things are being taken care of. Jones is trying his absolute hardest to actually cop out from there. Gingerbread with the horrible ultimate, I would say. I just don't know why he actually did that at all. And Jones on his last legs, being taken care of from the whole team from Night Marchers, and of course they will go ahead and take care of Nappa as well. Just absolutely melt that HP. The super spirit bomb was a little bit unnecessary from DNA Halo, but a bit of overkill. But we take what we can get, you know. But yeah, just an overall another dominating performance from Night Marchers. Yeah. Yeah, but obviously a very dominating performance from Team Night Marchers. They're just all over the place, stealing all the Kais, stealing all of the NPCs. Adabro is just a sitting duck right there. Cold is trying his best, unleashes the Dragon Fist, but doesn't get anything. He's going to pay with that mistake. Doesn't manage to get the IT off, and Kodo and Jones is surrendering on his last legs. We already have a Max Gekishin burst. Oh my god! We already see the ultimate from Jones, but gets absolutely manslaughtered from the Dragon Fist from Scant. And Scant is already coming over to actually demolish, to clean up the rest of the team.
Level 7. Against
Level 7. Oh my god, it's just stop already, just stop, they're already dead. Oh my goodness. It is a terrible time from Z Squad. They're getting absolutely, and it's just a surrender. Oh my god. What a utter and complete domination from Night Marchers, taking the win 2-for-1. We will see them in the semifinals for this tournament. Yeah, another outrageous performance from Night Marchers, just absolutely pummeling them down. Me putting this into words doesn't do it justice. I really think that they were in for the moment, but Z Squad just couldn't keep up with the amount of power that was instilled from Night Marchers, and inevitably they were not able to close that distance. And of course, they were just dealt. They just had a very awful deck of cards in their hand, but they had to play it out. And of course, this was the outcome of that. That is absolutely terrible. Even from the levels perspective of it, it is just not a good look at all. Of course, I really do think that having that build with Z Squad is just not what you want to go for. I really do think that too easy on Cooler, like too easy as the Divine card from any tank in general is just like a throw pick, because that is just not going to get you any value. And of course, the build up from those DPSs, of course, is just a horrible idea. I really think that they could have done better overall with.
I think in this match we didn't just have a huge gap in levels and farm, but also in the hit count. No one from Z Squad reached the third card, and the Port Dabura didn't even reach the second one.
Yeah, that's just really bad overall. We take a look at the stats right here, and somehow Dabura has actually managed to cop out the most damage from enemy heroes, which is absolutely outrageous. Wow, that's just the numbers don't lie, don't they, Lila?
Yeah, and Kid Gohan with 50k damage on God of Destruction, amazing work. And from Caulifla too, who isn't far behind in the numbers either.
Definitely a unique build from Gohan as well, or the defensive end, but yeah, it was a very unique showing from Gohan as well. So that is going to be Night Marchers heading on to be the winner of our A selection, and I wonder what we will be able to see next from our team members.
And it looks like Go Team 13 and Thanos is coming, closed out their sets undefeated, winning their brackets 2-0 in winners round 1.
That is incredible. So Thanos is coming 2-0 towards Black Star 4, managing to knock them out from competition. And we have left for the winners semifinals a Go Team 13 versus Thanos is coming in the lower bracket. We do have 9 Marches as winner of A.
In this next match, if I remember correctly, there is at least one player that is top 100 and some role.
Wow.
Yeah, here
wow,
it is.
And that is...
It's top 19.
Venkata. Top 19 on tank, which is absolutely staggering. We can clearly see he's also a Cell main, so definitely excited to see what's his expertise for
overall.
Cell will be able to do for him. As we understand from Cell, obviously early game he's not that good, but of course once you get that into that perfect form, he will definitely be trying out for, and that is top 100 DPS, top 100 technical, and we do have top 47 for Hades. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. We do have top 100 from Gozu. So I do think these matches are a little bit more even than what we saw from previous encounters. But you never know. You definitely never know.
Indeed. It seems both team captains are really strong, and I'm curious to see how this match goes.
I'm also very curious to see how this plays out. We are seeing our first Clash of Titans from these two beasts of teams right here. Let's just hope it is enough to see how this one plays out. And of course, we are going to go ahead and roll for our divine draws. So let us see where fate takes us. And it's going to be our enemy bombs as our first divine draw slot. And we're just spin that wheel once again, and it will land on Super Start. A very annoying divine draw setup, if I do say so myself, along with that enemy bombs, along with that Super Start. A very toxic divine draw setup indeed, at least for my sake, because I really just hate how those enemy bombs just misplace your character and then just completely throw you off. So I'm excited to see how this one can play out. So obviously our comp right here, we are still on the edge of deciding right here. Gosu managing to go for hit. Of course, we have Topo as well, from the guy who has the golden Topo badge, even though he just came in like 2 weeks ago. Still a very fresh hero as well, so very surprised towards the dedication we have here. and it looks like Venkata is actually opting out for Cooler instead of his Cell main. And of course, we do have Rildos on both sides. We do have Vegeta as part of Kek's team as well, and they're already off.
What do you say?
So we have Gozu, we got that guy, we have Basim. Of course, you had that two legendary intros from both Topo and Boo. So, ladies and gentlemen, I truly think it is anyone's game here. Let us get the show on road, and they are off. Oop, okay. We have Vegeta and Super Saiyan 2 Goku and Hit and Diamond Goku on top for Team Kek. And of course, we do have Goku and Boo for top lane, and of course Topo and Cooler on bottom lane. I definitely do think that Topo is a bottom lane preference, mainly because of his overall utility and his overall build-up as well.
Do you think he'll handle well the Kamehameha with Super Smart?
I actually do think with the right build, he definitely could withstand that Kamehameha, especially with that his actual counter building for his third skill. I do think that is something to keep in mind from there. And look at that. What a lovely utilization from his third skill, opting to push away Wasim out of the way. We also want to keep in mind from Wasim that he actually opted out to land his Kamehameha towards the other Cell Juniors from the other opposite side, restricting them of their EXP. So also another key term to sort of separate between the good and the great. But still, that's going to be Universe 7 being pushed back from Team Kek. But they still haven't managed to actually get the actual Kai from bottom lane. And of course, we have to see who else takes the cake. And it looks like Universe 7 has actually managed to steal the Kai away. Topo is just absolutely being squandered. And it is going to kill Wasim. What a demolishment. That is a lovely, lovely play from our Topo from Universe 7. Just using that third counter to the best visibility and just absolutely demolishing the bottom lane. And of course, that could not have been better timing because we do have Nappa as well from bottom lane going to start off. You were about to say something, Levi?
Oh, so what do you think about the Hit and Mini Goku duo?
I do think it's very interesting. So, the fact of the matter is, Diamond Goku does have his extended melee range with his power pole. And oh my god, look at that. Universe 7 managed to get the Nappa from that Super Spear Bomb, which is also lovely. But in regards towards Hits and Diamond Goku, I do think they do synergize pretty well. Hit is going to try and get away from the team fight, but doesn't manage to actually cop it out, even though he popped his ult. But still, I do think that comp from Hits and Diamond Goku is also pretty solid, because that extra range from Diamond Goku is something you want to keep in mind of, and just automatically sets his Hits up for his also skills as well. And just imagine you just have yourself in a predicament, Diamond Goku manages to get the reins on you, and it's just Hit manages to come out of nowhere and then just whittles you down. So I am very excited to see how they actually play this one out. And everyone is just binding their time. Hits actually managing to have a 1v1 versus the Boo. Diamond Goku opting up for Topo, gets the kill. And they already have Belmont as the helper. Diamond Goku on his last legs there, barely manages to make it out of life. But we do see the utter domination with the team fight from Kek. And that's going to be the first team fight win.
Actually, was too far behind farming to get to the team.
Oh yeah. Again, we really want to keep in mind of positioning in this game. Definitely something you want to keep in mind of. Super Saiyan Vegeta.
Every time
Oh yeah, oh my god, what an ultimate from Diamond Goku, managing to cop out from Topo right there. And that's going to be the death of Hades as well. And Phantom is actually just not able to make it out alive from Beerus. And Beerus will be taken care of. Android 16 is actually on the ropes right here, and it seems like they're already going for him. And it's just hits, and I believe Vegeta pushing the team back. Oh my goodness, what a team fight! That is Boo taken care of.
Getting up the upper end, I didn't expect.
Team Kek is absolutely dominating the ranks right here. Going to try and opt for the counter right there, but just doesn't seem to get any value from it, and they are pushed back yet again.
Wasn't what I was expecting from this match, because the early game was really
Absolutely. I think Vegeta managed to get some pretty solid damage from Sidra as well, but of course it was too little too late, and of course he had to pay for it.
I sure hope these fighters can win. Try not to lose too quickly.
Definitely something you want to keep in mind of. But right now, we have Gozu chasing down Vatica, unsuspected to him, and he's just gonna try it out. What a coordination from the hits and fucking excuse my language, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I have no idea where that came from me. That is a very unique ult from Topo from right there. I am just absolutely mind-boggled from what I am seeing right here. It is another team fight right here, but it looks like Universe 7 is still on the ropes, but I think it could be anyone's game from right here. Hayes manages to steal the pack from there, getting towards his level 11. He is definitely going to maximize that Spirit Bomb. Okay, that was a little bit of a weird one, but anyways, as we go on, both teams are fighting for the position of Riprian. Team Universe 7 really needs this. Oh my god.
insane coming in happen.
Absolutely. What a well-placed bet. And of course, that is going to be another team fight win for Team Universe 7.
Team Kek didn't put value to the...
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They've already hit, has actually managed to back cap. So right now it is full on bottom. Nobody is paying attention towards hits, actually managing to cop out the other God's Destruction. We do have hits opting up for the towers right here, but it's still 1-for-1 for God Destruction towers. That is absolutely incredible.
Just in damage, but I think now he's getting a little too risky.
Yeah, now he's playing around a little bit too much. Definitely going to have to pay for his mistake. I don't think he'll be able to. No, he's not going to be able to come out of that. He is not able to come out of that. But it's way too much damage from that. I think the lack of situational awareness from Team Universe 7 will be their downfall, because that is just way too much damage you want to take.
These boss fights is going to be the last one.
Absolutely. And Team Universe 7 really needs this to work in order for yeah, they're both on there. Oh my goodness, and it is a horrible sight to see. Team Kek has actually managed to get out the
Team Kek was focused on the towers while Universe 7 was focusing on the boss.
Absolutely. It was just a really rough start for Team Universe 7 in the end. Despite managing to get the boss buffs, they just could not be able to finish the job. And that is going to be a very solid victory for Team Kek. Very well deserved. Overall, a good performance from both teams. I really just think that the lack of awareness for Gozu was sort of like their downfall upon having to place that encounter from those teams. Obviously, him just managing to back cap 2 of those towers, and look at the stats. He has 3 of the 4 God of Destruction KOs, so really good stuff. And I think that Daimagoku and Hit's team comp is actually very interesting to see. And I think it did the trick for this round. And right now we're going to be able to go ahead with our pick and ban phase for team. I believe that is Universe 7 versus Kek. Yep. So let's see which divine draws that Universe 7 manages to pick out.
Okay, the Universe 7 ban skill 1 boost.
Skill 1 boost. I think that is actually a very solid pick. Now we just have to watch and see about how Team Kek picks along. I am speculating that they will opt to go for Super Start, but they honestly they could opt for the stars for just to make sure that they back cap once again with
or
their hits.
Clouds to come with it.
That is also very true. Those clouds actually make hits a very noticeable threat. So that is also one thing you want to keep in mind.
Okay, Super Start it is.
Super Start it is. All right then. I guess that also works for hit as well, because you could always maximize that third skill with his invisibility and just go big with it. And of course, we have Sparkly Stardust as the second pick. What an outrageous divine draw setup. I really think that Gosu is going to be able to shine with the strategy of being back to back cap the enemy towers. But of course, anything could go. We will just have to see how this is able to play out for Team Kek. And of course, how Universe 7 will change its strategy to defend from the relentless assault from the opponent team. Let us see if they make any changes or adjustments towards their team composition. So Venkat has actually have challenge to go for a Caulifla instead of Cooler. And I think that Wasim is also opting out for Super Saiyan 3 Goku instead of the Super Saiyan Goku. And of course, Gozu is going to keep on playing that hits. Quite remarkable stuff from there on out. I'm also very intrigued to see Phantom's performance on Fat Boo, because definitely not a technical character that you see too often. And I can only imagine how our top technical characters will feel when Ultimate Gohan is released from the epicenter of Season 2. So overall, great stuff. And I hope to see if anything is going to be different. If Universe 7 will strike back and hopefully have some implementations of their changes of strategy. And right now we are going to be able to be up, and they are already off and about. Same lane composition set for, of course, change towards Caulifla. Let us see how they will be able to go ahead with this.
This time for sure.
Oh, I'm just going to mention from here. Let's see. We're already going ahead around with the first team fights of the bottom lane. That is going to be Team Universe 7. Managed to take care of the Kais as well. And we already see a very solid performance from both teams as well. Very interested to see how this is able to play out from Team Universe 7.
Yes, yes.
What do you think this matchup, Caulifla versus
Caulifla versus Vegeta? I think, obviously we know that Vegeta is very good with his survivability, but again, Caulifla is a lot more damage dealing than, of course, Vegeta. But I think with the right mindset and the right timing, Vegeta can definitely hold his own against Caulifla. it's just going to be very difficult between the two because, of course, Caulifla with that taunt mechanic is actually very hard to deal with. So I do hope, in fact, that Vegeta can be able to manage to cop out from that. 2 minutes into the clock, and they've already taken down. Universe 7 is already taking down Lord Champa. That is very interesting indeed. They already seem to be making quite a comeback from here.
Just a point that I think Caulifla was a pretty good pick because they knew Super Saiyan 3 Goku was on the team, and Caulifla
Oh yeah, definitely. And that is going to be Team Universe 7 opting out to get Nappa. Already a pretty strong performance from Team Universe 7. And of course, I already see that the Boo is fighting off the hits as well. They definitely have learned from their previous encounter from Gosu, who has been trying to challenge the team's other display fields from the towers.
To see that because I lost it, but somehow Boo solid
Oh yeah, Phantom definitely held his own against Gozu, which is actually very surprising. Definitely very interesting to see how he actually handled hits. I would have liked to see that encounter for myself, but of course, there is definitely a lot more opportunity for him to be shown off as well. And of course, we already see another change of strategy. We have Hit and the other two DPSs on the bottom, and of course, Vegeta is just maintaining from up top. But of course, we do have Super Saiyan 3 Goku already ITing up top. And Vanica is going to be able to seize the opportunity, stealing away Quetzala, managing to even out the scores 1-for-1 for the God of Destruction towers. Dama Goku is going to try and to defend for himself, but Hads is actually managing to knock them back away.
The time to fight is at hand.
Mame is actually fighting for his life. He is absolutely fighting for his life, but it's still not enough. He's going to be taken care of quickly there. And it seems like Universe 7 will be able to actually access the second boss buff from Android 16, Super Spear Bomb, to finish it out.
Delightful! Now, if you'll excuse me.
Oh, we already see Gozu going in for the strikes, and that is going to be Beerus taken care of. Oh my goodness. Even with the actual perception of Gosu, he still manages to carry out, but he's going to pay dearly for that mistake. Wasim already taken care of as well from all the players being up top. And we already see Team Keck already on the back pedal, maimed again, fighting for his life, being absolutely destroyed. And we can already see the whole team already up there. Go's trying his hardest to defend right here. Trying desperately to make sure that Team Universe 7 doesn't manage to get out, but they do manage to take down another God of Destruction. The Dragon Fist from Wasim doesn't really hit anyone though. Wasim trying his best to keep them off bait with that Kamehameha, but it just isn't enough. We already have Vandika swimming his worth, pop the ultimate from right there, keeping them on edge. That's going to be Wasim taken down yet again. We definitely see a noticeable change towards the chemistry between Universe 7. And I think that as long as they manage to actually keep up this solid performance, it will be definitely an easy win for Team Universe 7. And they are already opting out for Ribrianne, and they managed to take down the other boss. So that is a triple boss buff for Team Universe 7. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this might be a 1-for-1 game because we obviously see that Hit is now unable to back cap, and that is going to be the end of the God Destruction, and that is going to be 1-1 for Team Universe 7 and Kek. What an outrageous comeback for them. Definitely liked what I saw from Vanica as well. I love the change of strategy towards Caulifla, and it's just overall very well played. Especially got to think Boo with his 10 assists and able to actually manage to fight off Hits by himself. I definitely think that opting to focus on Hits was definitely the better play here. Very solid performance from both teams, of course, but we definitely saw a new change of strategy towards Universe 7. Of course, still opting out to take down those bosses, still opting out to get everything done and dealt with, but of course, definitely a good change of strategy from there on out. Now, hopefully we can get on towards the next phase of the ban phase, pick and ban phase for our divine draws. Laliva, are the teams ready to do their pick and ban phase yet? Alright. They banned Superstar. Oh my goodness. I definitely want to keep in mind for Super Saiyan 3 Goku as well. Banning that Superstar is actually really handy, and I think with these two bans, they possibly could see very tricky sight towards how Team Universe 7 wants to pick their first divine draw as well. They decided for Stardust, so they are definitely opting out for Gosu to actually back cap to actually obtain the win for Team Kek as well, which is actually very interesting. So it is honestly very telling that Team Universe 7 is going to have to keep track of Gozu in order to make sure that they actually manage to cop out the game winning towards the semifinals. And it is the enemy cloud bombs as well, so definitely want to consider how to sort of position yourselves towards the actual game itself. So I'm definitely looking forward towards how both teams are going to adapt towards these situations right here. And we can see that this is going to be our last final round towards our setups from right here. Seems like they're going to go for the same team composition right here. Both tanks opting for Caulifla as well.
That I was expecting here was Cell.
Absolutely, yes.
What do you say? Yeah! Cool.
All right, come get some.
3, 2, 1, stop!
All right, time to heat things up.
Show me what you
Let's
say
see
in
here.
Universe 7.
Definitely looking forward towards seeing all that good stuff from the team itself, and definitely looking forward towards how this one will play out, and we will see how this one goes as the final round between Team Universe 7 and Team Kek.
Wow! So cool! You see that? I'll go down low. lousy monkey. Gorilla, chimpanzee.
The 7 Kabuto seems to be in really good position right here.
I don't plan on losing in a battle between
Yeah, absolutely.
Super Saiyan 3 Goku
Why the hesitation? You scared?
Oh yeah, definitely. And we are right back into it. So we already see the team fight between the bottom lane. We're seeing on the reigns here, managed to be able to taken out by Venkata. Definitely pushed back from right here. Team Kek already not in a very good situation right here. Oh my goodness, what is that? We already have hit coming from bottom. I'm not exactly sure what he's doing there, but potentially. But possibly we can see that hit is definitely gaining on potentially for Nappa. Definitely for Nappa too. And it looks like player 6 is actually holding on his own from top lane as well either way. Managing to seal the Kai right there is actually pretty big for the team in general.
level 6 against level 4, but a big difference there. But let's say
Oh my goodness, yeah. And they are definitely being pushed back away from Team Kek as well. They seem to be going for the much more aggressive type of formation. I can already tell with those divine draws. Also a very interesting build from Daima Goku, having strategic escape instead of super snowball. I never would have considered that at all. So I would assume that this is potentially a way to sort of throw Team Universe 7 off instead of being focused on hits. They would have to be focused on towards Daima Goku. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yeah, Team Kek is actually performing very well, and Vatica trying to defend his case, but manages to pop the ult right there. Doesn't manage to actually hit anyone, and it seems like Team Kek is able to take down Nappa as well, unless Team Vatica can actually. He's not able to steal it, and of course, Team Vatica is also going to transform just in the nick of time as well. And it's definitely anyone's game at this point. Was Team able to teleport away from that, able to transform to Super Saiyan 3. Let's see here. So we have Team Universe 7 already on top lane, already keening on getting the substantial boss power lead up. That's going to be Gozu popping his ultimates, but we have Super Saiyan Goku already transforming just to sort of negate that damage. We already see player 6 already being pushed from back front. Gozu already on the back pedal. We can definitely see that Team Universe 7 is doing quite a decent job at defending their towers, but that damage is really something you want to watch out for. And we see that Haz has actually died from one of the NPCs being ever so low. Definitely should have considered going in for the heal as well before it. Yeah, and I think that was a very impulsive decision just to try and get back in the fight right there, but as you clearly see, it did not pay well for him. That has already hit, taken down Seadra, making them one up from the actual boss encounters as well. Now we have, yep, Clifford going on top is actually very interesting, but you know, obviously they're going to make something work from here. You definitely see that Team Kek is already opting for the 2-0 lead towards the Gods of Destruction. I am very curious to see how Damagoku is actually going to perform now with his build. And again, I've never really seen that strategic build as well. Strategic escape, solid barrier. I understand. Also with limit break, very good jump, but it's a very interesting sort of team competition all around. This is build you never see much often. Steel Skin, I believe, used to be very popular amongst tanks during beta build, but not right now. It's all about like solid barrier for like literally everyone, and that's going to be Go tanks managed to cop out Lord Champa, making them one for all. Upon oh, never mind, that's 2-0, and Gozu is already going for the nice chip damage towards the bottom God of Destruction. We have Wasim already level 11. I guaranteed he has that maximum Dragon Fist up on the loose right now. And it seems like Team Kek is actually really opting out towards getting that triple boss buff. Team Universe 7 on the ropes. And that is going to be... And they're going to get a Dragon Fist to manage to cop out the triple boss KO. And we already see that Team Universe 7 Super Saiyan 3 Goku is already on the ropes right here. Gozu apparently on the back pedal here. He's going to be charging straight forward them in, right where nobody can expect him. Maimed is obviously in a much better position. Gozu now level 11. Probably until of his invisibility. He's going to sneak attack the other Gods of Destruction, implied that hopefully he doesn't get too carried away with obtaining that damage from the Gods of Destruction. But it is very rough so far for Team Universe 7. And that is going to be the triple enemy team, the whole team wipe. And I think this is very clear cut in stone towards our victors today for our last remaining team approaching the semifinals. Team Kek takes the lead. What an amazing match.
Nice.
Aw, yeah. You like that?
You can clearly see from the scoreboard, lovely performance from Team Kek. I think they really did outperform us. Definitely some good communication going on. A very clear cut in stone towards what they wanted from each team member. And just a solid performance from them all around. Daimagoku, I think, really held his weight there towards his actual burst damage. And of course, being able to get away from the team fights along with his strategic escape card. Still, a very interesting, unique build for Daimagoku, but I think it did manage to pay off in the end. And we do see that hits. I think Gozu was definitely also a very big factor towards this. Just making those plays, being in the right place at the right time, and just making sure that nobody would escape from his wrath. Definitely something good you want to see from that team composition. And of course, Team Kek will prevail on towards the second round towards the semifinals. We will go ahead and take a short break, and we will see you very shortly.